Welcome back to another training with Ars Commander. Today we're going to look at saving drawings and saving blocks and drawing with drop and drag. So when you go to do a drawing, it's faster. Set this to architectural. We're going to insert, just because I am not interested in spending a lot of time building blocks today. My goal today is just simply to show you how to save blocks, how to basically save blocks. So we're just going to open a bunch of stuff. These are all pre-drawn blocks that I'm opening up. We're gonna open one more. Drag conveyor. So now that we have all this stuff opened, I'm just going to go to view, realistic. So here I drew grain bins, and this is something you should do, is go into open a window and draw grain bins. Here I drew 15 footers up to 36 foot grain bins I drew. They are varying heights. The ring heights vary. If you want to, I pre-draw them like this, just in a common size. And then if I want to say, so this bin here, I have a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 ring bin. So if I want this bin to be taller, I can select the roof and runway, one ring. I can move that up 88 inches. And actually, let's move that up another 44 inches. Now we take this here and we hit this here and we hit copy and we move that up 88 inches. And then we take this one, we select, we right click, copy, and we move that up 44 inches. Now we have a bin that is 12 rings tall. Now we have a 36 footer that's 12 rings tall. So we can adjust the height, or if we want to get rid of 3 rings, we can go like this. We can select 3 rings. And then I got a new keyboard here, so there, delete. I can take this here, move that down. So 44 times 3 is 132. 132 inches, enter. There. Now we shorten that bin up. And now a good thing to do, just to keep things simple for when you open a file with bins in like this, you draw all your bins to your general sizes, and then you go over here, you hit annotate, you hit note, you select simple note, you go down here, 3 foot, enter, enter. Okay, now we punch in 15 foot, 18 foot, 21 foot, 24 foot, 27 foot, 30 foot, 33 foot, 36 foot. Now we have click here, then we hit escape, and now we select them numbers. And you don't have to do this. This is just the way I do it because it makes the most sense. Select 2D drafting, select the color, red. I like to make all my writing red. Now I can move this so it's next to each bin, so it looks more professional. So if you left click on that blue dot when you select something, then you can move that item. So if you left click on there, and if you go on that blue dot and left click, then you can move that item. And then left click to drop it, and then escape to get off of there. So now we have a lineup of bins built. Once we have that lineup of bins built, we hit X, save changes, we hit yes, we go in here, we make sure the correct file is selected on where we want to save those things, and then we type in farm bin 15 foot to 36 foot, and then we type the version number in, which I do LV for Lidl, version 25 for the year, 0.3 for the month, 0.4 for the day. And then I hit save. Here we have support towers, pre-built support towers. Right here we have pre-built support towers. We're going to select them, and then we're going to select explode. There. I built these in 10-foot sections. That way I can expand them up 10 foot at a time. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So if I want to make it smaller, I can just simply delete a section. If I want to make it taller, I can just I can go like this. I can select the item, right click, copy, just click anywhere, go straight up, type in 10 foot, enter, 20 foot, enter, 30 foot, enter, and stack them right up as high as I want to. Same thing with this smaller tower, 10-foot sections. This is the one, these are just some generic towers I built. This is a 10 foot and this is a 4 foot, I think. They're just what I have for pre-built towers right now. And I have them like that. And then I say, okay, we're going to save these towers. I hit yes. we're going to type in backspace 4 foot to 10 foot support towers level 25.3.4. Save. And here we have an elevator, 3 different elevators, and the same with them. We're going to select them, type in EXP, brings up explode, we select explode, that explodes it. And these here, same as the towers, 10-foot sections, so I can say I can move this up 20 foot, select the section, hit copy, do my straight up, go 10 foot, enter, 20 foot, enter, and there, I stacked it up. So now that we have our elevators, we do the same thing with them. We save them. Now, the one thing that I'm not showing on here is, let's say you have pre-built equipment like this drag conveyor. We're going to go to view here to view this a little different. So you have this pre-built drag conveyor and it's built in 10-foot sections, but you need it 2 foot shorter than this. So how do you build this elevator, this drag conveyor, so it's 2 foot shorter? How do you do that easy? There's 2 ways to do it. We can say, well, this tail we need 3 foot shorter. So we can select that tail, we can hit move, and we can move that in 3 foot and just overlap the blocks. See right there, we're overlapping the blocks. That is one way to do it. That's the way I normally do it when I'm just drawing for layout stuff, because it's very fast. So we're going to select this again, and we're going to move this 4 foot. Now we have this away. So now we say we need this one block 3 foot shorter. So now we go like this, we go to home, we go to this extrude, and we go to push pull. Now we can select the end of that block, we can move it 3 foot 6 inches, or however far we want to go, hit enter, and we shortened it 3 foot 6 inches. Now we can move this back into place. Now to move that back into place, there's a couple ways to do it. So we're going to select it, we're going to right click, we're going to say move. And since, let's say we don't know how far we need to go, so we're going to select the center of the top. We're going to bring that over to the center of the top. And there we go. When it's gray like this, it's really hard to line up like your center of the top like that. So I recommend going in here to your view and changing this to wireframe. When drawing with wireframe, everything is just easier. Everything is just easier when drawing with wireframe. You can see everything better once you get used to the 3D look. So now when we go to move it, we select the center of the top and we come over, and it's very easy to select the center of the top. So that made our conveyor shorter. So there's different ways of doing it. I don't make all the different sizes of blocks. I make 10-foot blocks and then I overlap them, or which this here, if we overlap this with it in wireframe, we go 2 foot, just overlaps. I either overlap or I push pull, make the piece longer or shorter to make it the right size. So I have all of my equipment built ahead of time. So when I go to start building, I say, okay, I got a drag conveyor here. I need my grain bins. So I go in here, I go to the file that I save my blocks to, and I want farm bins. And this is the file I did today. So we're going to open this, and I have grain bins. So now we're going to go to top view. We're going to select them, and we're going to hit EXP, explode. So now we can select an individual bin, and we say, well, at this facility, we're going to be doing the 24-foot bin for a wet bin. And we're going to be doing a, we need a 36-foot soybean bin. And now we're going to erase the rest of this. My computer don't like too much going on at once. So we get rid of that, and then we say we need a 48-foot bin. So commercial bins, 42 foot and up. These are bins I drew before. I was working at drawing bins. I never finished those blocks there. But select that, EXP. There, we need a 48-foot bin, I said, so let's move this over here. Select the rest of that and delete it. Now we need an elevator, so we're going to go to Insert, Browse, and go here to Elevators, Open. Now we have elevators, so which elevator do we want? EXP, select, left click, right click. Now this one over here we don't want. We just want a little elevator for, small elevator for dry grain, and a big elevator for our wet receiving on this facility. So top view again, insert, browse. We need a support tower, 4-foot, 10-foot support towers, just because that's what I got drawn. I really need to draw more stuff. I haven't actually been doing 3D drawing very long. So now I got a bunch of stuff laying around on here that I imported, and it took me a minute to have all my blocks I need. Now I can say, well, we're starting with this 48-foot bin. We're going to copy. We're going to say we need to have 56 foot. Enter. And there we go with our second bin. We're going to say we want this 36-foot bean bin. Up here, we're going to want our wet bin. We need to move this over here, and then we're going to need a support tower. They were never exploded, so we're going to have to do this. Explode. There, now we erase our, delete our support tower we don't need, and hit copy, and we're going to drop this elevator here, and then we're going to delete this, and right click, copy, move this here. So you will soon see that you can stack up a grain system really fast when you have your blocks all pre-built. I have my mixed flow dryer. Okay, for the system this is, we're going to delete them. Okay, we're going to rotate this. And we're dropping this stuff together. And we are building a grain system. Now if we change the view of this to realistic, and we go here and select this, we can look. Okay. This stuff is not all drawn to scale. I did not figure out the height of my elevators or any of that. I am just simply showing you how you can drop and drag and build a grain system real quick if you pre-draw your stuff, put it in files, so that way when you want to build a system, you can build a system real quick. And say, okay, well, how are we going to expand? We could say copy. We can say 56 foot, enter. 112 foot, enter. Now we're drawing a grain facility. And that is how you draw a grain facility once you have your stuff pre-drawn. If you see, I had changed the color on my farm bins when I got done building them blocks. My commercial bins, I had never finished the color. I had been working at doing stiffeners on them, and I never quite finished that block. So there, we have a basic grain facility that could handle a lot more work, which actually this here I think I would rearrange that conveyor and put it out the side so we can drive through here for dumping into there, or we can So that gives you a general idea of how it all works. We hit a rotate button here and we say we're going to rotate that, and we're going to move that up here, and this dumps in here. We can move this hopper out, or have it that we could go like this. Move this over here so that these reclaim into that drag. However, it's all different ways you can go about laying a grain system out, but the idea of today is to get it so you know how to save blocks and build from saved blocks. Thank you for watching. And just to let you know that if you have signed up with Graybert for a Ars Commander software account, like if you have purchased the Ars Commander software or a subscription for it, if you send me an email and include your name, email address associated with your Graybert account, and your address, I will send you some merch. For your hassle of sending me your information, I'll send you some merch. But you need to sign up for Graybert for me to send you that merchandise. So thank you for watching, and until next time.